So Teddy, can you tell us a little bit about how happy you are in your life these days? Yes, okay, I agree. Yep, okay. Now, we put some new sod in your paddock because it was looking a bit bare, right? What do you think now? Does it look a lot better? What do you think? Yeah? Yeah. You're looking over the fence and going, the grass is greener on the other side, and for once, it really is, right? How about a kiss? Okay, I love you too. Isn't he cute, Teddy? And the one time that the grass really is greener on the other side. Stay with us, here we go.
Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton! Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world. Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larsson Farms, a television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest hay, and we love Larsson every week.
I'm Louisa Barton.
And I'm Jen Jennings.
And Jen is my guest co-host for this week from Bridle Up Hope, and I'm very excited to have you here with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to kick things off with one of Larsson Hay's videos that are so awesome about the process and everything it takes to get the hay from Idaho to us here in the horse capital, and it's quite a process. Here it is.
Here on the farm, we've been hard at work. Producing the high-quality hay Larsson Farms is known for takes careful timing and attention to every step of the process. Today, we're heading into one of our Timothy fields to see how a 3-tie bale is made. After the hay has been cut and dried, it's time to rake. The rake gently turns and gathers the hay into uniform windrows, promoting even drying and preparing it for the baler. Consistent windrows help maximize efficiency and ensure a uniform bale. A baler is like a compact factory moving through the field. Pickup tines lift the windrow and feed the hay into the baler. Inside, a reciprocating plunger compresses the hay into tightly packed flakes, building the bale one layer at a time. Once the bale reaches the preset length and density, needles carry 3 strands of twine around the bale, where knotters tie each strand securely. The completed bale is then pushed from the chamber, and the process begins again, all in a matter of seconds. From field to feed, every bale is the result of careful timing, precision, and generations of experience.
Nothing like Larsson hay. We were just talking about how wonderful their hay is, and if you didn't know this, they do weigh every single bale for you when you go and purchase the hay, so you know that pound for pound you are actually getting exactly your money's worth, rather than, hey, a bale might be 45 pounds and it might be 60 pounds, it might be 100 pounds. It's nice to know that you're paying for it by the pound, so you know you're actually getting a great value.
You're not kidding. We used to use a different hay place. Good people, variable hay. What you really need is the consistent hay.
That's right.
And knowing that it gets weighed, I never feel like I'm going to run out if I know exactly how many pounds I got.
That's right.
When it's just by the flake or by the bale, you really never know.
You don't know, no.
So
I
that's
agree.
the best.
It is. And Mr. Larsson is meticulous about every single bale that goes out of there and comes to us. We are very fortunate to have them in the horse capital of the world. There's no doubt about that. We are going to switch things over now to Dr. Adam Kayott from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and he is going to talk about regenerative therapies for horses. Here he is.
Great.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Chamber's Equine Initiative, here with Flynn, the Mustang, and Dr. Adam Kayott from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. And we are going to discuss regenerative therapies in horses. This is an ever-changing topic and a hot one in the veterinary space.
My name's Dr. Adam Kayat. I am a veterinarian with Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. I've been in practice for approximately 25 years. And we're going to talk about regenerative therapy, orthobiologics. It's a big hot topic now in veterinary medicine, and these things are very helpful. Whether it's IRAP, PRP, Alpha 2, you name your regenerative therapy, they've all been scientifically proven to work and do the things that they are doing, which is primo. Certain veterinarians have preferences over others just because of how their practice is and what they use it for and that sort of thing. But you're looking, those things, they're basically blood derivatives, so there's no really medication involved. They just concentrate the healing factors that are in the blood that's circulating naturally. And we do that through various steps of processing the blood depending on what you're going to use.
Dr. Adam Kayot's favorite at the moment is Alpha 2. Clients are certainly very happy with the results, and so are the horses.
I tend to like Alpha 2. It gives me a nice volume. I can put it in multiple joints if I'm joint injecting, and whatever's left over, we can freeze and we can thaw it later and use it again if need be. I love that. It's easy to do. We can do it stall side. All these things we can do stall side, but I like it because of that. Now, PRP, platelet-rich plasma. Platelets have huge amount of healing factors with them, so we concentrate those platelets down and we can put those into torn tendons, joints that be repaired, any of those things that need some healing. PRP works, and there's plenty of vets that use it. This industry is continually evolving, so in my mind, PRP is almost old school, almost, and because there's now things that I can take that are off the shelf that are similar. You don't have to worry about pulling blood on the horse. You just take it, it's already there, and you pull it out of the vial and you stick it into whatever injury that you have. So it's great, number one, because there is no medication involved with it. So all those things are nice. You don't have to worry about the bad effects or side effects from medications that are given in these cases, and they all definitely have their place and they all work. It's just a matter of, I don't use IRAP as much simply because you don't get a great volume. So in my practice, I like to have a greater volume because the horses that I typically see have problems multiple places. So we're trying to address bigger issues than just maybe one coffin joint or one, whatever. So, but that might not be the same for other veterinarians. So it's kind of whatever your favorite mode is and what works best for your practice. But all of them are super great. They work. Clients tend to notice the difference and they're happy about it.
Even though they may be not the least expensive, they have the least side effects and are certainly showing to be very effective, especially in the sport horse world.
Yes, they can be somewhat expensive, but if you look over the long haul, you're actually saving money because you're doing less damage to the horse. You're, as far as the medication side effects and that sort of thing, sometimes you get more treatments out of whatever you're using, and all those things are great things. So it's a hot topic. It's really rapidly changing, and who knows what the future holds, but it's a great tool to use that we didn't have 20 years ago. So alpha 2 macroglobulin is a big protein that circulates in the horse's blood, and its job is to bind inflammatory proteins. So once it binds those inflammatory proteins, it then is removed via the bloodstream. The alpha 2 macroglobulin is circulating all the time. We pull blood from the horse. It's about 80 mLs of blood, whole blood. Put those into test tubes. That blood is spun down. We pull off the serum. So all the red cells are packed down. We just pull off the serum. We give it another spin, and that concentrates that alpha 2. Typically, we'll get around 30 mLs of serum that has the concentrated alpha 2, and then I can take that serum and I divide it between, if I need to do hocks, or I need to do stifles, or I need to do coffins or whatever, then I take that amount and divide it, and then whatever I have left over, give it to the client. They can freeze it. It's good for 6 months. They say a year, but I generally stay around 6 months. And whatever's left over, we can treat again, or if there's something else that comes up, we just thaw it out and I can stick it to wherever it needs to go. So the idea is that it binds those inflammatory proteins that they'll have in their joints of an athlete, and definitely helps them, makes them feel better. Yeah, it's great. It's especially great for ponies. You got to worry about laminitis. You can stay away from the steroid. It doesn't have any of the negative effects on cartilage. It actually helps cartilage heal. Super. I just love it. So I use it as much as I can. Knock on wood, I haven't had any joint flares from it. I've had no ill effects at all. Some clients say the first time we treat's the best. I've seen the most improvement, but that's pretty typical with any joint injection. The first time you do it, you're going to get the best results. But follow-ups people have been just as happy. I do a lot every year, doing the horse show, and these horses come back down here. They haven't had it done since I did it last year. They want to do it again, just kind of as a maintenance program, which works great.
That was Dr. Adam Kayott from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. If you have questions about regenerative therapies, you can check out petersonsmith.com or reach out 352-237-6151. I'm Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show. The first half of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and our television broadcast sponsor is Larsson Hay. Supporting sponsors are DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Seminole Feed Stores, Piranha Animal Health, Pat Myers Electric, Ocala Dog Ranch, K-Well USA, and Wide Automotive Repair. Looking for hay that's a cut above the rest? From field to feeder, Larsson Hay delivers top quality, nutrient-packed hay your horses and livestock will love. And with the Larsson family leading the way, you know every bale is made with integrity and care.
This ground right here is where my ancestors came in 1883, and this ground is still in the Larsson family. As I said, they grew hay, so we've grown hay really since 1883. It's in our blood.
Larsson Hay weighs every bale so you can be confident that you're getting what you're paying for. No gimmicks and no small print, just the best hay you could ever feed your horses. Don't settle for just any bale, choose the cream of the crop since 1883. Visit larssonhay.com today, Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires. I'm Pat with Pat Myers Electric. Equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure that you can achieve your vision for a beautiful, safe, and functional horse facility. From new construction to rewiring and updating, the Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a small farm of our own, we truly understand the unique concerns of the horse owner. Don't take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care seeks to be a leading international veterinary practice that provides state-of-the-art veterinary care to their patients while fostering professional relationships with their clients that stand the test of time. For 24/7 and the best in equine care, check out Peterson and Smith at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now for more information.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larsson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Finest hay, alfalfa, and every other kind of hay you want from Idaho, right here in Marion County.
That's right. I'm Louisa Barton. I have Jen Jennings here with me.
Hello.
And very excited to have actually met Jen very recently, but feel like I have known her probably forever.
Thank you. Likewise.
and got invited out to her beautiful farm in Reddick, here in Marion County, to Bridle Up Hope. And I didn't know what Bridle Up Hope was until I met Jen, but I was very excited to learn about it, go out there and meet her and her partners in this effort, as well as meet her horses, large and small. Jen.
A lot of people don't know what Bridle Hope is, but Bridle Up Hope has been around for over 10 years. Many people know the 7 habits, though. Stephen Covey's family has founded Bridle Up Hope to help girls and women really build some life skills, and they've used horses to do it. And it's not happening yet in Florida or in Marion County or in the East Coast, for that matter, but we're bringing it here, and we're so thrilled to bring it here because it deserves to be here with all of the other wonderful equine things that are happening. This is something completely different. This is an equine assisted learning program where we actually have 3 parts of the program. It's an amazing program. I'm so thrilled to bring it here. Thank you for having us today.
Absolutely. Let's start by talking about the Covey family. So Stephen Covey, as you mentioned, on, and I need to read this book, on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, he has a story. His family has a story.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, his story was really cool. He was somebody who was super ambitious and always wanted to figure out how all the people that were successful got that way. So he did a really good favor for all of us. He took every Tony Robbins seminar and read every book, watched, at the time they were cassette tapes, listened to the cassette tapes, all those things. And then he distilled it and he said, of all of these successful people across industries, they have 7 things in common, and these are the 7 things. So he took all 20 years of study and put it in one book to say all of these successful leaders share these 7 habits. And those habits helped me in the corporate world, but pairing them with equine, anything that makes sense with horses just blows my mind. For example, this family had so much success and I didn't even know they knew about horses. But horses came to them through tragedy.
That's right. They had daughters who loved the horses.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephen Covey's granddaughter, huge equestrian, big fan of horses, unfortunately did not survive her battle with depression. But the Covey...
And that was Rachel.
Yeah, that was Rachel Covey. And the Rachel Covey Foundation was founded to help girls and women with horses, because that's what helped people that knew her. And they took all the work that Covey's had already done, and they took the spirit of the horses and they built a curriculum, a whole equine assisted learning program just to help girls and women with horses. And we get to go immerse ourselves in it for a whole week.
In Utah.
In Utah.
That's
I'm
right.
bringing a whole team to Utah, and we come back and we get to share it with Marion County.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
So tell us about the pillars. Tell us, kind of take us through what the program consists of.
Yeah. Well, this is not your average riding program. This isn't going to get you ready to go do hunter jumper or dressage or show. What this is first we sit in the classroom and we talk about what is the first habit? Well, the first habit is be proactive. What does that mean? Well, in regular people or corporate land, that means have a planner. Don't be late. Think about what to do with your day. When we equate that with horses, then we start to learn that's thinking about what does my horse need? And if you can really be interactive and proactive with your horse, you're waiting for them to do their thing and you wait before you react. And we get to talk about that in the classroom. And then how that shows up in the participant's life. Let's say it's a 14-year-old girl who's used to getting in fights with her mom. Well, maybe now she's learned there's a different way of doing it, both in the classroom and then with her horse. And then when she goes home, maybe she gets in a fight again with her mom, nothing changes. Maybe the second time, nothing changes. But maybe the third time, she pauses and doesn't react to her mom. Maybe in that gap, there's space for change in that relationship between that adolescent female and that mom. And these lessons that we learn in the classroom, that we then translate to the horses, we lock in with service. Because I don't know about you, but I found both in my faith and in my corporate life, any time that I ever needed to do better for myself, if I helped other people, that's how I got there.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
So service is built into the program. It's actually one of the 3 pillars of the program. If you learn to serve others, then you can get out of your own stuff. and you really have a chance to succeed in ways that you never even knew possible.
It's really amazing. So take us through some of the steps that, and this is for what age? This is age young girls and slightly older ladies.
Well,
right?
It turns out that we all need some help. So we want our program is administered one-on-one to girls and to women, and the girls program is a 14-week program that we learn and then practice the 7 habits over the 14 weeks with girls ages 12 to 21. And then for the ladies, 22 and older, we do a 7-week program, locking in those habits right away and then allowing them to use them right away.
It's amazing. And I think what you just said, you talked about mother and daughter, like having some not a positive interaction, and that waiting, that pause, that waiting period with a horse is so important, because when a horse is going to blow up, we've got to like step back and take a breath. Absolutely. Rather than rushing into, if we're trying to saddle or bridle up, we've got a horse that's about to blow. We've got to take a step back and we've got to give that horse time to think. And that is so true with interactions with people as well. So it makes so much sense that you can take that from, and actually my regular co-host, Dancing Pete Roder, talks a lot about, he calls himself a marriage counselor for horses, but he talks a lot about the comparison between what we do with our horses to what we do with people.
Absolutely.
And in fact, him and Pat Myers from Pat Myers Electric did a whole talk at the Chambers Equine meeting about how horsemanship plays so much alongside the business and corporate life, that you can take all your horsemanship pieces and actually put that into your business world, and they can be parallels, absolutely. So what you're saying just makes so much sense.
What's really cool is the girls and the women don't even really realize they're learning life skills. So the coping skills, the life skills part, sort of happens after the fact. They're with the horses, they're understanding the habits, but when it's practiced in real life, then the epiphany occurs. Then the light bulb goes off and they say, wow, this is what this program was all about. So yes, it's riding, yes, it's learning, but it's also serving. And as women and girls come out of this program, there have been over 4,000 of them so far. And all over the world, not just in the US. There's a Bridle Up Hope in the Ukraine that's helping girls and women heal from the war. And they're really just coming to the farm as a resource, a safe place to be and to rebuild themselves. Not from TikTok, not from
any other social media.
Just with the horses.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because it makes total sense. It's a perfect fit together. And this is an organization now, you mentioned 10 years that Bridle Up Hope has been doing this, and in 18 countries of the world, right?
18 locations, most of them are in the US. There's 4 outside of the US, but that's going to continue to ramp up.
And there's 5, I think, coming up.
Oh
right?
yeah, they're just in the past 6 months. They have okayed 5 new locations. Tucson, Arizona just got certified. One's coming to Hawaii soon. Broomfield, Colorado just got certified. Las Cruces, New Mexico. Like, it is just blowing up.
That's
it's kind and I say to my friends, they're like, what is this? And then they learn about it and they're like, of course. And I said, if you knew you were the 18th Starbucks coming online back in the day, how exciting would that be?
That's so true. Well, this fellow right here, big dude.
Yes.
Yes. When we come back after the break, we're going to learn a little bit about him and how he's involved in this program. So stay with us.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com. This show is brought to you in part by TT Distributors, dedicated to bringing their customers the largest selection of quality horse supplements, products, and farrier supplies in Florida at affordable prices. Also online at TTDistributors.com.
D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of North Central Florida. All cremations are done privately and, most importantly, intact. With a custom engineered trailer and state-of-the-art crematorium, D&N are able to handle even the largest horses with ease. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this very emotional and delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com.
Veteran-owned Wide Automotive, that's W-E-I-D-E, is a beacon of automotive excellence in Ocala. Founded on integrity and expertise with unwavering dedication in all operations, we seek to forge lasting relationships with our clients. Whether you have one vehicle or a fleet, we pledge our best effort in quality service. From repairs, diagnostics, tire repair and replacement, diesel engine work, horse trailers, car batteries, wheel alignments, fuel systems, and more. Discover more at wideautomotive.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hey, this is Buck Branneman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larsson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Finest hay from Idaho, right here in Marion County.
I'm Louisa Barton.
And I'm Jen Jennings.
And we've been chatting to Jen. She is my guest co-host. And in the next segment, we'll have Clayton Wilber back with us from Florida Farrier Service, and we'll be interviewing him. So great to have you here with me this week.
Thank you so much. We've
been talking about a very exciting program, Bridle Up Hope, coming to Marion County here in the horse capital in Reddick, which is very exciting, especially as it's 18 locations already, 5 more coming soon. A growing program that started 10 years ago. And we're very thrilled that you're going to be doing this here. And I got to visit the farm and meet goats, horses, miniature horses. Lovely experience. Tell us a little bit about your 4-legged family that are going to be part of the program.
Yes, so we are very thankful. We are up on 7 acres, and as soon as I set foot on that farm, I knew it was a place that healing was going to occur.
Paradise.
Yeah, I also knew we needed horses back there. It had been where a jockey lived for years and years and years before we got there, and so it had horse spirit there before, and it needed horse spirit there again. So the first 2 horses that came were Big Dude, who's a gypsy, and Little Dude, who's a 26-inch therapy mini. So we brought the 2 dudes together. Big Dude was out of therapy in a Therapion place up in Indianapolis, and Little Dude was from San Diego, California. But now they're both here in Marion County, and Big Dude really was in service as a therapy horse for 5 years, to the point where he got soured on people. He got to the point where he just didn't get enough break from being in service. And when you would go to brush him or tack him up, he would grind his teeth or he would hoof a little bit. He would do the work, but he was not excited about it.
You could tell he wasn't happy.
Yeah, he was not in partnership. He was there doing work. And so he came to us to have a whole second life. And the first thing we did to him was nothing.
That's the best thing to do, nothing.
For about 2 years, we didn't ask anything of this horse except just to be a horse.
That's so cool.
So now, when we do things like brush him and tack him up, he's happy to come join us and do it. He loves people now.
He's had the break that he needed.
Yeah.
And this is him.
And this is him. Yeah.
So awesome. And I love Gypsy Vannas. I'm a huge fan. And then Stella.
Okay. So Stella's an awesome Percheron spotted draft cross, and she's about 17 hands, about 2,000 pounds. And she's pretty amazing. And not only is she like a Mack truck, she rides like an Escalade. Like she can
Love that
do it all.
description.
No, she can drive. She can do Western and English, and she's a sweetheart. She happens to also be big dude's girlfriend. She follows him everywhere. She towers over him, but she just adores him. But she's going to be in our program both as a riding horse, and next spring she will be a broodmare. We are lucky enough to have Catherine York.
Catherine York,
yes.
Shout out, by the way. I meant to do
Shout
that
out
at
to
the beginning.
Catherine.
Catherine York
Yes.
from Florida Dales,
Yes.
who is actually the one that told me about you and this program just last week.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
What did we call her in the interview? The best Dales breeder in the world is what we called her.
She's for sure one of them, absolutely.
I know it,
No,
right?
she really does have like 3 of the top 5 in the world.
I know.
Like, she has amazing ponies.
Her
And
Dales
Maverick
ponies.
Maverick is just amazing.
You know, I named him.
That's so cool. So not only did she name Maverick, Louisa has already named Maverick and Stella's offspring. So we are going to breed Stella to Maverick, and we are going to have a Dales Percheron Spotted Draft mix, and it's probably going to be a blue roan because you know his coloring and you saw her, and oh my goodness, it is going to be a fluffy stuffed animal that can do things. It's going to be the coolest horse.
I know. It's
And
true.
what are we going to call it? Because it's a legacy horse.
We're going to call it Delilah. Well, of course, it has to be a girl, but we'll see.
Well,
if not, I'll come up with something.
Or legacy. Maybe we'll name the puppies Delilah, and we'll name the horse Legacy.
There you go.
Yes. But yeah.
But you're
so-
right, because you're actually taking her Dales ponies, and actually Dales ponies very, very, very typically are very quiet. They have very amiable personalities. They are ideal for this kind of program. They are a pony, but they think like a horse. And Catherine's are absolutely stupendous animals. So I think that having that horse there that you can know that for future generations, for more coming up, you're going to have another younger horse that can work with them, I think is really awesome. So that makes me, I'm delighted. And the fact that Catherine is going to be on your team and she's going to be teaching about the critically endangered breeds, because of course the Dales pony is critically endangered. There's only a couple thousand left, I think, in the world, and only several hundred in the United States. So
If you guys don't know what Dales ponies are, think like if the Queen got in her carriage and needed 12 beautiful blue roan ponies in front. Those are the Dales. Those are the
yes,
ones.
they're lovely, lovely. I rode one actually for the first time in England this June, and his name was Cyril, and I was just absolutely in love. He was just so comfortable and so smooth and so nice to ride, and I got a lovely ride in the English countryside, and I can't believe I had never ridden one before, but I hadn't, and it was an amazing experience. So bringing a Dales pony there and then putting those together so that you have more animals. And then tell us about the goats. So if you've never been around, and there is an intimidation factor for people who've never been around horses or large farm animals, there is to begin with. It takes time. So you've got miniature horses, and you've got lovely little goats as well.
Yeah, so one of the things that I've learned recently is that there are lots of people in Marion County and in Alachua County who drive by farms every day and never been on a farm. They've never touched an animal, they've never been around a horse, they've seen them, but that's it. So when they come out to the farm, probably a 2,000-pound horse isn't the one to greet them. So we like to get them to know the goats first. So we have 2 rescued Nigerian dwarf goats. One came to us as a rescue from church, one came as a rescue from FFA, and now they have a little family. And we have a wether from last year, and we have 3 doelings that are about 3 months old now, and they are lovely. And we handle them immediately from day 1 so that they are people-friendly. And so when someone comes out to the farm, they can just sit with the goats or sit with the minis and let the animals get to know them without fear, without intimidation. They're not going to get beat up by our animals. It's the opposite. Our animals are going to want to go home with them, but we want to keep them by us anyway.
That's right. Well, I like the fact that there is a way to introduce people to farm animals without it being immediately a horse, because there are people, like you said, who've never been around them, and I'm surprised at how many people we find have never been around them, but they haven't. So this is a great stepping stone to get them into that comfortable place. So tell us how people find you, and then Give for Marion is very important for you too now, because you are a 501c3.
Yes. Okay, so bridleuphope.org is how you will find us. That is our national and international website. Then you can hit locations and you can find us in Florida. It'll give you all the information you need about the hours for the barn, about the program, about how it works, etc. On Facebook, you can find us at Bridle Up Hope Marion County. And for Give for Marion, we've already got a lot of our stuff posted on Facebook, but you know we're less than a month out for Give for Marion now.
Right.
So you'll be seeing this a lot. And as we post this, you'll know this is Give for Marion and this is us, Bridle Up Hope.
That's wonderful. So that's a great opportunity to be able to help things kick off, and they kick off October 15th.
Yes, our first lesson is October 15th, coinciding with the beginning of our real season here. We're excited to get people in to see the horses. And we've already had people signing up. I mean, we're building.
So you're taking applications
Oh, we are
now.
taking applications now. We are building our waiting list. We are building our fall roster. All of our certified learning instructors, when we come back from Utah, already have students on the roster. It's exciting.
And wonderful Yvonne, who I met, and
Yes.
Catherine will be helping you.
Absolutely. And we have 2 other ladies on our team that are joining us in Utah that will be joining us here. One of whom is out in the community as a career coach now, and she's interested in helping people learn about equine careers. And she wants to have people help learn about the horses on the farm in that way. And then we have another gal who comes from the nonprofit world who actually went and got a doctorate degree in education and is bringing that to the table to really dig into the curriculum here. So, I mean, it's a dream team. We got a bunch of ringers.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you teach English to Chinese people online.
你好，我是老师Jen，你叫什么名字啊？ Yes. So to get back to the farm, you know, any of you have ever owned a farm, you can either make money on the farm or you can make money off the farm, but the farm's going to cost you money either way. So one of the things that I do is I teach English to Chinese kids at night online from my guest room.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we have some goodies for you before we cut to break.
Yes.
We have 50% off your first visit of Grateful Gallops.
Yes.
Becky Jenkins, who you will love, does all the therapies for horses, people, and dogs. She's awesome.
Heals and saves horses, she does.
She does, and dogs. Piranha bag of goodies.
Love Piranha.
They're the travel size, so
Yes,
that's
perfect.
fantastic.
Perfect. Thank you,
And then
Piranha.
Seminole Feed Stores gift certificate for you.
Oh yeah, they've got events coming up too, Seminole
They
does.
do.
Yes,
Mm.
yes,
You
thank
are
you.
so on it, girl. And then KWell USA, amazing all natural products
Oh.
you will love in here for you to try. They
Awesome.
are absolutely phenomenal.
Awesome, dogs too.
Yep, wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We got to
Thank
go
you.
to break. We're coming back with Clayton Wilber from Florida Farrier Service. Stay with us. Mark your calendars. Join us for the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade presented by Pat Myers Electric in the streets of downtown Ocala, October 10th at 9 a.m., showcasing many of the over 70 breeds that call the horse capital home. This is all part of the Chamber's Equine Initiative presented by Piranha Animal Health. We'll see you there, October 10th at 9 a.m. Peterson & Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care seeks to be a leading international veterinary practice that provides state-of-the-art veterinary care to their patients while fostering professional relationships with their clients that stand the test of time. For 24/7 and the best in equine care, check out Peterson & Smith at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now for more information. It's time to fight back against summer sores with KWell's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store KWell sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. KWell, strength by nature.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars, or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle, or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more. Before the noise, before the ribbons, there's preparation. There's discipline. There's intention. Every week starts here. Greatness is fed daily. Consistency creates champions. And then there's DAC, vitamins and minerals, for all ages of horses and all breeds and disciplines. Find them on social media or at feeddac.com. It makes a world of difference.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larsson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Best hay from Idaho, right here in Marion County.
I'm Louisa Button.
And I'm Jen Jennings.
And Jen is guest co-hosting for me this week, as Dancing Pete Roder is out of town. Actually, I believe he may have been flying back in perhaps this afternoon. So we have a special guest in the studio with us, hasn't been with us for, must be a few months or more. Clayton Wilber from Florida Farrier Service.
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you back with us. It's been a while.
It's been a bit, yes. Fortunately, we've all been busy.
I know, you've got a lot going on down there in Oxford.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on with trying to get the school up and running and trying to get things set up. You know, we've got a lot of clinics coming up, some pretty exciting stuff coming up, you know.
Give us a little kind of background for Jen and our viewers and audience that maybe haven't heard from you before. Give us a little background on Clayton and Terry.
My wife and I have Florida Farrier Service. We've been doing it now for right at about a little bit more than 30 years. We moved to just south of Ocala to kind of slow down, and we ended up busier than we've ever been. And,
I know, I'm laughing right now.
Yeah, no, and it's just really it's kind of gone crazy. And then, you know, we talked about a school, you know, 20 years ago, and we were like, nah, and we didn't know how we were going to do it, and didn't know how to go about it. And then finally we started putting things together, and we, you know, and we're getting our facility transformed over to it, you know, and the clinics that are coming are people that are from the UK.
Oh, well, it must be good then.
and it's different points of view, different ideas that the U.S. is not used to. So with that going and the school coming in, and our school that when we do get it up and go, not decide, it will, hopefully somewhere around the middle of October.
Nice timing.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere around the middle of October, and then it's going to be kind of almost like a UK format. You know, we're going to run it in modules, and it's going to be run off of a mentorship program. So there's a little bit about it and kind of what's up and coming. We just put up a 60 by 72 covered arena to be able to teach people what to look for in lamenesses, where we can lunge and jog and analyze these horses as they go, and mainly for inexperienced or younger people, or even experienced people that want to learn more. It's going to be, we're shifting gears more into the educational part of it. You know, we'll still be shoeing horses 5 days a week, you know, at Florida Farrier Service like we always have, but we're just adding a little entity into it that we think the industry might need.
I agree. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for the young generation now coming up to have a career in that world, and they need a place to go and get educated, because it's not an overnight process. I'm going to go back to an expression that's been around forever and ever and ever, and that's no feet, no horse, right?
Right. Well, and here's the other part of it. You know, the retention rate in the farrier industry, At 3 years, 85% of the kids getting out of school are no longer showing horses.
Why do you think that is?
And then, and I may be wrong with that number, but 50% over 50% have never seen a horse.
Whoa.
Have never been around a horse. They just know of blacksmiths and farriers and all that. Or maybe have seen some horses but never really had any interaction. But you know, they go on Facebook or they go on Instagram and they go, man, that's cool. And they go down these rabbit holes and watch these guys. I want to do this. Well, it all looks good from the outside in. You know.
But the reality is, it's a hard job. It's not an easy job, but it is a very rewarding job.
It is a very rewarding job.
And seeing what you can do for a horse and with a horse, that's when you've dealt with laminitis with a pony with me. Seeing the results of that after is, I mean, there was a point where he was going to have to be euthanized.
The first time you brought him, the first time you brought him to me, that's where he was at.
Unless it's absolutely like there's no other option, and that's the point we were at when Frosty first met you. So there's a very rewarding side of it in that you can change horses' lives, obviously change the owners' lives, because they may be in a situation like I was in, where you know the horse couldn't walk anymore, and what do you do?
Right.
So learning those skills is priceless.
Right. And you know, for us, with our facility that we have, you know, we're there 4 days a week at a minimum. You know, we only go on the road here and there once in a while. For a lot of people that come to us from all over the southern United States, and for as far south as Miami and far west as Texas, you know, we're their last hope. So we're seeing the holes in the industry. You know, so why are we their last hope? Why can't we educate people where this doesn't have to be that way?
But what a cool legacy, because now you're doing it in a school, and now you're opening it up to, I'm assuming, people that aren't just farrier people, so we can come be better horse people by learning a little bit of what you know.
Just for example, we have Yogi Sharp for one's coming in, going to be here for 2 clinics. The first one filled up so fast that we decided to do a second one on the 14th and 15th of September. We have trainers, horse owners, veterinarians, farriers, people of all practitioner world in the horse industry are going there. You know, and anybody that doesn't know anything about it, he's the equine documentalist. He bridges the gap through technology and study of why we do what we do.
This is Yogi.
This is Yogi.
And this is the event that's in September.
That's in September.
Okay.
The other exciting thing...
A few more spots left.
There's a few more spots left.
A few, and this is 2-day intensive for equine professionals, right?
Yes.
Correct. At your location.
At my location, yes.
And he is flying in for that.
He is flying in that. He's going to be here for a tour around the U.S., but I don't know if there's any spots left at any other ones. And I think it left a few spots because we were able to put 2 together. You know, so, and then I don't know if you have information on this, but really exciting, another exciting one, if any of you guys heard of Jillian Higgins?
No.
She's Horses Inside Out, where they paint on the horses and they do the biomechanics, and you lunge these horses and you get to see structurally, you get to see intestinal muscles, all that stuff. She'll be here next year.
Cool.
So we're trying to educate people and trying to bring professionals in that are really localized.
Yeah. That can be part of that teaching opportunity and bring people, equine professionals in so that they can understand what is going on.
Even if it's just the horse owner, the more the horse owner knows, the easier my job is. It's that simple. The easier it is for the vet. If they know what's right and what's wrong, well, they know when to stand up for them and when not to. And they know when it's wrong and when it's right.
I want to talk more about that vet-farrier interaction. But we've got to go and take a break. But we'll be right back with Clayton on the Horse Talk Show. Stay with us.
Yes.
The second half of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet, And our television broadcast sponsor is Larsson Hay. Supporting sponsors: Grateful Gallops, Complimentary Horsemanship, TT Distributors, Equigreen, Smash Wraps, and DNN Equine Recovery.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Looking for hay that's a cut above the rest? From field to feeder, Larsson Hay delivers top-quality, nutrient-packed hay your horses and livestock will love. And with the Larsson family leading the way, you know every bale is made with integrity and care. Larsson Hay weighs every bale so you can be confident that you're getting what you're paying for. No gimmicks and no small print, just the best hay you could ever feed your horses. Don't settle for just any bale, choose the cream of the crop since 1883. Visit LarssonHay.com today, Idaho's finest alfalfa. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larsson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest hay right here in Marion County.
I'm Louisa Button.
And I'm Jen Jennings.
And we're talking to Clayton Wilber from Florida Farrier Service. It's really exciting that just south of Ocala there is a farrier school that can help educate both professionals and just horse owners that want to learn more, or somebody that's looking to be in this career, which is certainly, I'm not going to say it's the easiest career in the world, but I am going to say it's extremely rewarding. We were just talking on the break about Jen's Minnie was suffering terribly, and the farrier coming 4 times in 6 months has been absolutely priceless for that Minnie. And you know, it's not a phone number on a tree when you're driving down the road that you need to get your farrier. You need to get your farrier and decide on a farrier from a lot of investigation, checking out, a lot of checking reviews, talking to people, because not every farrier is made the same. It's very important to know that. And the old adage, no foot, no horse, is been around forever, and it's so very true, because it all comes down to it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good your horse looks or how healthy your horse is. If its feet are not correct, then it's not going to have successful life, whether it's in a paddock and it's a pasture ornament or it's a top competitor in the show world. You've got to have the feet. The hoofs are the most important part as far as managing your horse, and Clayton can definitely speak to that, having worked with so many horses over the last 35 years and helped so many and saved so many, and that relationship and partnership interaction with the veterinarian for you is very important.
Yes, and if you're having a hard time finding farriers, those of you out there that are struggling, contact your local vet, find out who they recommend, find out who they use. Because we get calls every day, you know, we can't get to them or we can't help them out, and you know, that's the biggest advice we give them. You know, talk to your veterinarian, find out who they work with, find out who they recommend, because they see a lot more of the farriers than the farriers see each other.
That's right. That's true. Yeah.
So they know who's what. They know who will probably fit your needs.
Yes. And if your own veterinarian has a relationship with one already, that's the best thing in the whole world, because then they're going to be able to share and understand one another, because you're going to see those x-rays that veterinarian took, those radiographs, and you're going to work from that point as your baseline of, hey, this is where the horse is right now, and then you're going to know, hey, this is where we want the horse to be next time that the radiographs are done. So it is really important that you can work with the vet and have the farrier and vet in the same, because if you've got a vet that's telling you one thing and you've got a farrier that's telling you something else, that's a very difficult situation to be in.
Right, especially without them talking, you know, because the vet may have seen one thing and the farrier may have seen another. If they don't communicate, they don't work out the problem, you know, and it is so important, and I can't preach this enough. Vet-farrier relationship is the dream team for 90% of the horses out there, because some of these horses don't get ridden. Some of these horses just, they're pets to grandma that walks out, feeds him a carrot, and pets him, and he makes her day every morning.
That's right.
So the vet goes and sees this horse, and the farrier just goes and trims him, and grandma leaves a check on the post for him, you know? And so the farrier sees him, then grandma just says, oh, he was fine this morning when I gave him his carrot. And the vet says, well, he's colicking and he got a little laminitis going on or whatever. And then he's talking to the farrier when she doesn't know what to say. You know, and that's just one little incident. That's just one little portion of it. You know, and on these sport horses, you know, we shoe a lot of sport horses, dressage horses, jumpers, and rehab. And our circle of vets is pretty amazing. You know, we have, I tell them they make me look good every day, and then they say the same about me. But, you know, and it's if that's not happening, there's a problem.
That's right.
There's a problem, and these veterinarians, we need them. And they need us, because without it, we can't fix them. We can't make it work, you know. And me, I have a podiatry facility down south, and if it wasn't for the vets that I have and the surgeons that I get to work with on these cases, I wouldn't be successful. There's no way I could do it.
So what's next for the school? So you're really kicking off some classes, you're already having some clinics, getting some folks in there to start learning. Kind of what's the next phase for that? Because as somebody that, you know, runs an equine industry career expo and invites you to come and do the demonstration for these kids who don't always get to be around horses, kind of what's the next step? So in the future, if a young person, student graduates from high school, let's say they don't really want to go to college, they're not the right fit for college, but they really want to get into an equine industry career and they're interested in being a farrier, what will be available for that person?
Well, they can contact us if they go on our Facebook, not our Facebook page, our website, FloridaFarrierService.com. There is a form on there that you fill out your information, and it makes you eligible for all the upcoming clinics, all the things that we have or we will be at. So that information will be out there, and for young people coming to school that have not been around horses and kind of don't know what they're getting into, they just think this is what I want to do. It's rewarding, but it's not easy. It's hard work. It's hot work.
Yeah. There's a lot of bending over involved.
How long does somebody apprentice with you before they're ready to actually work on feet by themselves?
Us, the way our school is going to be right around 16 modules. And over those 16 modules, their apprenticeship program will probably last almost about 2 years. And they don't have to apprentice with us. They can find someone at home and come spend that 5 days with us or 4 days or whatever that length that module is, and go home and work with a mentor.
Nice. And then come back and do another
module. And
then
come back and do another module.
Oh, that's nice.
So that allows them to learn the skills that they were taught. If it's just studying the anatomy, and you know, we kind of, my wife and I kind of said something when we were drawing it up. I said, we want you to learn on your time, not ours.
That's right. That's great, because somebody can schedule around their life.
Right.
And not have to give up everything to learn.
And the way some of these schools are set up, if they get sick, and they have a loved one get sick or whatever, and they got to go home, well, they got to wait for the next course to come around. They got to take it all over again. Well, when it's on a modular system, you test out at the end of each module before you can move on. So as long as you can test out and you are at module 10 and you need to go to 11, well, you might have to wait 6 months to a year to come back, but you can start off where you left off.
That's right. That's
so,
perfect.
but you're still going to have to test out at that 10.
Right. That's a great way to do the program to make it doable for people. Let's mention the event in September again for anybody that missed it in the last segment.
Yeah. So Yogi Sharp is a clinician coming in out of the UK. He's a farrier. He's kind of bridging the gap between what we think we know and what we actually can prove, pretty much. And if any of y'all look at him, he's his Facebook page and all that is the Equine Documentalist.
Equine Documentalist, I like that.
Yes, and he's a very neat guy in his knowledge and his base, and it's really going to be based around, he's really based around biomechanics and how these horses function and why we do what we do and why we don't do what we did 50 years ago.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be pretty neat.
And those dates one more time?
14th and 15th of September.
Wonderful.
There are a few spots left if anybody wants to.
And it's Florida Farrier Service.com.
FloridaFarrierService.com.
I got some goodies for you, Clayton.
Goodies.
Becky Jenkins, 50% off your first visit if you would like a horse cryoed, a dog.
No, I want me.
Cold laser, there you go. Massage you, there you go. Hey, listen, she cryos my face.
Hey.
Yeah, she's amazing. Goodie bag from Piranha with some wonderful Piranha animal health products. K-Well USA, I know
Good
you know
stuff.
about those
Oh, I do.
folks. They
Yes,
are
I do.
wonderful. They have an amazing hoof paste that is outstanding, and a gift certificate from Seminole.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Very much.
Clayton, thank you for being so much with us. You can stay if you'd like for one more segment because we have some news and events to mention. So stay with us on the Horse Talk Show.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
My name is Dr. Natalie Solomon. I formulated Equigreen with cutting-edge science and technology alongside the passion that is represented by a lifelong love of horses. I created a product that I would trust for my horses because they deserve nothing but the best for their bodies. Horses rely on us to take care of them, to love them, to respect them. This is how Equigreen came to life. Equigreen, CBD for your horse that you can trust.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires. I'm Pat with Pat Myers Electric. Equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure that you can achieve your vision for a beautiful, safe, and functional horse facility. From new construction to rewiring and updating, the Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a small farm of our own, we truly understand the unique concerns of the horse owner. Don't take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larsson Farms, they're our television broadcast sponsor.
And they bring me my hay from Idaho, and I love Larsson. They're great.
They're the best. I'm Louisa Barton.
And I'm Jen Jennings.
And we have Clayton Wilber. We have been talking about Florida Farrier Service. Check them out at floridafarrierservice.com. And their education programs, the modules that they're going to be able to offer, plus amazing clinics, clinicians coming in. And then, hey, listen, Yogi must be good. He's a Brit, right? So I'm all about that. Actually, just the accent alone makes, I don't know, there's something about learning from somebody with an English accent. It just feels so, am I right?
Like if you could be David Attenborough.
Like you have to listen.
Yeah, exactly. You'd love to listen. If your life was narrated like David Attenborough.
That's so true. Hey, I want to do a quick shout out for a young man by the name of Sean Miller. Just an amazing, amazing young man. He is 11 years old. He lives in Micanopy. And this young man is 7th and 8th in the world in youth and teen barrel racing, which is unbelievable, on 2 horses. And he's currently first, or he was earlier today, in voting for Youth Athlete of the Year. So get on that Youth Athlete of the Year page. You can find it on Facebook and vote, because we want Sean to win it. And he deserves it. What a cool kid he is. We had him here in the studio with us last week, and he was just awesome. So shout out to their family, Fancy Fast Horses. Well done. Hey, being in the running for that's a big deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about, let's start by talking about the horseman's electrician, shall we? I think that's a good place to start. Everybody needs a good electrician, wants their barn to be safe. So here's Pat Myers from Pat Myers Electric.
At Pat Myers Electric, we're constantly training to be our absolute best. For all your current barn needs. Hello there, Pat with Pat Myers Electric, here with your horsepower electrical tip of the week, keeping your barn and your horses safe. Did you know that properly protected receptacles in your barn can prevent the injury of both riders and horses? And this is the reason why we have GFCI protection in barns. And GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. And there's an easy way for you to test if they're working properly. On every GFCI outlet, there is a test button and there is a reset button. So to test these, you're just going to walk up and press that test button. And if it's working properly, you're going to hear an audible clicking sound. After you've heard that, you want to press your reset button. You should hear the same thing, an audible clicking sound. If you do not hear that sound when you press the test or the reset button, it's time to change that receptacle to protect your circuit properly. Pat with Pat Myers Electric, Ocala's premier equestrian electrician.
Pat Myers Electric, the horseman's electrician, the spark of Ocala. If you have a horse, you probably have at least 1 dog, and you might have 4, like me. Here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch.
The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, Ocala Dog Ranch. Organized dog sports. There is a ton of things to do with your dogs these days. If you're athletic, you can do some of the athletic sports like agility, frisbee, and if you're not, you can do dock diving. You get to meet a whole bunch of new people. The dog gets to have regular exercise and mental stimulation. Check out dog sports. The whole world is full of dog sports. Neil Hennessy, Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, he is phenomenal. And since we're talking about Ocala Dog Ranch and dog sports and all that kind of thing, what a great time to mention the Last Chance qualifier, which is on August 22nd at Ocala Dog Ranch in Ocala, just off Highway 40 there. And, you know, the dog sports there, the dock diving and all the other activities are pretty cool. Check them out.
Oh yeah, you get to see hang time and jump time.
It's so cool. Yes, it's amazing seeing those dogs jump, and they love it. And because Neil's always doing good things to help out, October 3rd, get that on your calendar, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are having a yard sale raising funds for OHA, Open Hands Animal Rescue, who do so much. And by the way, Open Hands Animal Rescue will be in the studio with us next week with 2 dogs. So I'm excited about that because next Tuesday just happens to be my birthday, and I can't think of anything better than having 2 dogs in the studio for my birthday. So you can bring your dogs to swim at the pool at Ocala Dog Ranch on that day for $10.
$29 again?
Yes!
Good for you.
Again! And it's going to be hot dogs. Costumes are welcome. It's only $10 if you want to do the boot or trunk sale, or $20 if you want to set up a booth. So check out Ocala Dog Ranch.
And your dogs can swim in the pool.
That's right. I know. So cool. Hey, Champions in the Sun is coming back. It's the local Champions Tour. Jumpers, we have not forgotten about you.
And that one's at Hits, right?
That one's at Hits, yeah. Sponsored by Wardley Martin, no less. So check that one out, September 3rd to the 6th. Jumping Sundays, we just had the wonderful folks from Misty Morning Hounds in the studio with us last week, talking about all the incredible activities they have going on, from hound walks, keeping the hounds fit during the summer, to Jumping Sundays coming up in September 6th and 13th, to the Hunter Paces kicking back off, and then of course back to drag hunt season. So check them out. You want to get involved and get your horse out there on 530 plus beautiful acres.
Gosh, who wouldn't want to if you had a chance?
Oh, I know it. Save the date, September 15th and 16th will be Give for Marion, a great way that you can support charities in our community. So do not forget those dates. It's so important, and we have quite a few of our wonderful equine related charities also involved in Give for Marion, so look out for those.
Even your $10 donation matters. Everybody's little $10 donations together really make a difference for these nonprofits.
That's right. Adds up. Hey, if you want to be appreciated, it is Customer Appreciation Day coming up at Seminole Feed Stores. 2 locations, Bellevue and the Highway 40, not the downtown Ocala location. Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses are going to have sweet little Circus, the Appaloosa Mini there. So you can get to meet him and take photos with him. Everything's going to be on sale, everything in the store on sale, and the feeds being appreciated is very important. And you can do that on September 26th. So make sure you get that on your calendar at Seminole Feed Stores in Ocala. September 27th, so the same weekend. So you can horse around all weekend long. You can do your shopping on the 26th, and then you can go to the Hunter Pace on the 27th, which is at Misty Morning Hounds, brought to you by Larsson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Indeed.
The All Breed Horse Capital Parade, presented by Pat Myers Electric, is part of our Chamber's Equine Initiative, brought to you by Piranha Animal Health, is going to be in the iconic streets of downtown Ocala on October the 10th at 9 a.m. So last year we had thousands of people downtown to come and see 50 or 60 breeds of horses right in our streets. It's the most incredible event and a great way to showcase everything that we are in the horse capital of the world.
Indeed.
That same day, more horsing around. It is the Black and White Gala celebrating Magic, the only living top 10 most heroic animal in the history of the world, and she will be 20 years of age, and you can get a table, you can be a sponsor, and you can come to a wonderful evening of celebration. Plus there's some top Nashville artists being flown in. Big names, Billy Montana, huge names in Nashville that are coming in to be part of the entertainment. So if you can help out, that helps another great non-profit. Ibericon is kicking off in October at World Equestrian Center. That's the 14th to the 18th of October. And the Spectacular, which is an incredible event, is the Friday and Saturday night during Ibericon. So make sure you check that out. The Spirit of Our Nation and wonderful Fred Wynn will be coming in to perform again for us for that. So I'm very excited that that will be happening again. So check out the Iberian Horse Spectacular. Horseween, brought to you by Pat Myers Electric. We're going to have a great farrier doing a demo as part of the Equine Industry Expo. Clayton. We're also going to have a dentist and a vet, and Hobby Horse Equestrian Games will be happening too. So the 5th annual Piranha Family Foundation Golf Tournament and Gala are also just around the corner, and that is Piranha Animal Health supporting amazing charities in the Marion County area that are equine and canine related. We got to wrap it up. We're out of time. I can't believe it. There's so many events happening in the horse capital of the world. But first of all, don't forget that Becky Jenkins at Grateful Gallops will give you 50% off your first service if you mention the Horse Talk Show. I want to thank Jen for sitting in, for co-hosting this week. She did an amazing job. Clayton, thank you for being with us, and we're going to close it out with some more Grateful Gallops. If you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world or not, happy horsing around till the same time next week.
Hi, I'm Becky Jenkins from Grateful Gallops. As a veteran, I understand the importance of holistic approaches to support pain relief, mobility, range of motion, and overall wellness. I offer mobile wellness services for you, your horse, and your dog, including cryotherapy and Beamer. For equines and canines, I also provide muscle scraping, massage, stretching, cold laser, red light therapy, cupping, craniosacral release, and other energy-based modalities. As an equestrian myself, I know how important a comfortable, relaxed horse is to performance and well-being. I come to you. I provide relief, promote healing, and would love to be part of your wellness journey with your 2, 3, or 4-legged family members. Learn more at GratefulGallops.com or follow Grateful Gallops on social media. And don't forget to mention the Horse Talk Show ad for 50% off your first service.